Hey guys, and welcome to the Igloo, and today we're going to be talking about a specific portion of the patch notes which will actually concern a lot of people, and especially when it comes to everybody trading that has been watching my channels because of actually previewing my weapons so that they can actually trade with people. Even though I don't agree with people using my thumbnails, and I've actually had to take down some people that were using my thumbnails in trades. Like, it was pretty crazy, but we're gonna get into it. Alright, so with this patch, we're going to be getting rid of the two-shot explosive, like, overall damage. Okay, we're not going to be getting rid of them in-game because they actually crossed that out, but they're going to be getting rid of a massive amount of damage. So they're going to be getting rid of just so much. It's going from 200 percentile to 45%. So a 200 percentile to 45% is an extreme reduction. So, going from 705 with strength, with no demo expert 5 and no heavy cards, with a two-shot explosive harpoon, it does 705. Then it goes all the way down to 158.625. So, this is going to be extremely important for everybody that knows about a two-shot explosive combination after this patch that they've been talking about. And this is going to be in tandem with also the PvP events that are going to be coming up, or maybe the PvP servers that are going to be coming up. Okay, complete reduction. This is not even considering the high school where explosive damage is completely turned off for every single character. Okay, so my alternative to actually being able to see about the explosive properties, as well as if explosive would still be viable because of this massive nerf. Now, I don't want to have the nerf to go this far. Honestly, maybe about 100% reduction in both would be actually recommended so that it can actually stay on par and not feel like you're godlike. Okay, but going from 100% for both all the way down to like 45% is a little much for my taste. That's probably the biggest nerf that I've seen in a long time when it comes to video games. So, my alternative is the bloodied explosive. Currently, there might be one better, but I would say when you're going full min-max with an unyielding sentinel build and you have everything else triggered, nerd rage and everything else, and then you have explosive, you're going to be having 120% with the new bloodied, which is 423. Still, it's still a big nerf because the explosive is being nerfed by 80%, but I mean, you're going to have to make a lot of trade-offs when it comes to this update that's going to be happening. Now, these are just some raw numbers that I've been actually seeing when it comes to the certain properties. Now, again, because it's two-shot, we would be thinking that it would be doing 100% more damage, but it doesn't anymore because it's going to split and diverge your bullets into two. So, the same problems that you have with vatsing people whenever you're trying to hit a target. Your bullets are going to spread to both sides of the target now and still not be able to hit the target. So AoE is actually going to be more of a prevalent. So it's even more of a detriment to people that aren't even VATS builds. So we're going to get even more into it. So if you're going to be doing PvP, forget about it. Like, they're going to have to either nerf Sentinel or Cavalier on top of everything else, because whenever they nerf one thing, they need to nerf the defense of the other when it comes to a PvP situation. Something that I've known for a long time, especially when it came to Conan Exiles, Rust, and also for games like DayZ. Like, armor is one thing that you really need to actually focus on, as well as the explosive detriment damage, because you're literally going to be making people harder to kill. Okay, so the best counter to most of this Sentinel and Cavalier armor is actually having a VATS like melee build, and that's because you're getting rid of their stagger and you're making sure that they can actually be hit upon this impact. So again, you're going to be literally nearly unkillable with a Assassin Sentinel armor, maybe even some unyielding armor now, because of the reduction to damage is so much. And we're going to know on how it actually is when they actually implement this kind of patchwork. And it's going to be extreme. So for everybody that has a 2-shot explosive, everybody that you have been having a 2-shot explosive, this is going to be something that is going to be completely gone. The new norm will be bloodied explosive, anti-armor explosive, medic explosive combos. Because it's 20 percentile, some also other types might be prevalent if you're not going to be having Demo Expert 5. So if you don't have a Demo Expert 5 on your character, like, it might not even be worth it, because 100% of 20% is 40%. So then that means you might be, if you're not tagging these type of targets, and you're not trying to tag something, especially with 40% instead of what it was prior, which was like almost 200%. Honestly, that would be a little crazy when you're adding 100% to 100%. So again, this is something that you're going to really need to focus on. And we're going to have a lot of issues when it comes to the future. Queen killing is going to be so much more harder, and you're going to have to grind so much more to kill her. Yes, at the same time, killing her within 30 seconds to a minute, sometimes less, is bad, okay? And, like, you should not be having your end-game boss to be that, like, killable when it comes to everybody having a 2-shot explosive. Even a casual 2-shot explosive was too much for most things, especially when you have the build for it. You would be having so much of a advantage when it comes to just having that one type of weapon. And again, it's going to just make everything to be just different. Like, I would honestly recommend bloodied explosive weapons, anti-armor explosive weapons. Maybe you have to have a VAX critical, but it's only for the critical, which is kind of bad. So again, I like to have raw more than other things. So there's going to be a lot of builds that are going to be out there that are going to be getting it wrong. And I'm going to try and be one of those people that bring it out to be right, and bring it out to be right the first time. If you guys like this kind of stuff, please leave a comment down below, and have a good one, guys.